Hey guys, welcome back to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath, and this is a small stack of some new releases that have just come in. Now, it's only been a matter of days since my last huge Kino Lorber video, and before that was my April spotlight on all the new boutique releases. But I wanted to go ahead and knock these out because I like to unbox these on camera. We've got two Steelbooks from the Lionsgate Limited ranged line of releases. We've got a Vestron. I wasn't sure that the Vestron video series was continuing, especially in light of these super duper Steelbook editions. We've got new Ultraman on Blu-ray, and we've got Masters of the Universe Revelation and Revolution, the two Netflix shows, Mill Creek Entertainment in a Steelbook. So many Steelbooks right now, guys. I don't even know what to think about it. What do you think about it? I do know what to think about it. I wish that these were getting standard releases too. I'm sure they will eventually. The idea is like, get you for the Steelbook now for the super collectors, and then there'll be a standard release later. Probably. I'm actually not even sure about that. So where should we start? Let's do the Lionsgate Limiteds. Start here with the Crazies. Now you see these are still in their shrink wrap because I wanted to do this on camera because again, the whole point of a Steelbook is literally like the presentation of it is the form. That's the thing that we love about Steelbooks. That's why you collect a Steelbook, is like what does it look like. So here's the front of the what do you call this, like the O-ring, the slipcase part of it. You know what? Before we get into it, let's see what we got here. We got a let's see. The disc 1 has the audio commentary with director Breck Eisner, behind the scenes with Breck Eisner, Paranormal Pandemics, the George Romero templates, Makeup Mastermind Rob Hall in action, episodes 1 and 2. All right, I'm just reading to you guys. But see, that's small print, so I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera. So, all right, here we go. Let's do it. And then here's the back of the Steelbook. And here is the like unfolded, I don't know, the full. Okay, we got a digital code here. Let me set that to the side. 2 discs overlapping like this. Let me get these discs off their hub. We've got one 4K disc, one Blu-ray disc. Oh, here's the art on the art on the discs. Come on. Oh, it's so hard to get these off. Okay. I'm not even sure what I'm looking. Is that yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about the Crazies? And then let's see. Oh, here I should shout this out. Lionsgate Limited extras. These are on the 4K only. 2025 audio commentary with the director. So we've got the 2010 audio commentary and then a brand new 2025. I wonder what new information has, because obviously we just unboxed this together, so I haven't listened to either one of the commentaries. Wonder what revelations have occurred over the last 15 years with the director. Establishing shot with Breck Eisner, sculpting the horror of the Crazies, alternate ending, and then storyboard to screen car wash. So if you love this movie, that's what you're getting with the new Steelbook. All right. This is, I guess, timely in some ways because Nicolas Cage has a movie in theaters right now, The Surfer, which I freaking loved. I don't think it's for everybody, but it's crazy, but he's not delivering a comedic performance. It's not a camp performance. It's a good performance, like a serious performance. All right, get all that off of there. Oh, I see what we're doing. I see this. Okay, here's the front. Get the come on, glare. Get the glare off. There's the front. Here's the back. What do we? Let's see. Disc. The special features audio commentary with the writer-director Matthew Vaughn. A new kind of superhero. The making of the movie. It's on the comic book Origins. Hit Girl official Red Band trailer. The Lionsgate Limited extras are, quote, pure cinematic fun. Still kicking. See, I'm trying to avoid that word because of my monetization, and there's a little box you have to tick when you upload these videos that says if you used any profanity, and I don't have to. So the work of art, physical media kicks It's a special feature about physical media on the physical media release. And the teaser trailer. All right, so let's see. Ah. So you just basically unmask everybody. Right? That is... Oh, here. That's pretty good. All right, we got a digital code here. Let me put that to the side. This is a one disc affair. I wonder why. Why we're not getting, getting a Blu-ray too. I guess they got all the features on the one. They were able to get everything on the one disc. But you guys want combo packs, right? Don't we want a 4K and a Blu-ray? I don't know if you can see this right here. Yeah. All right. That's the two That's the two Lionsgates. We got to go to Masters of the Universe. Now, I enjoyed this series when it came out, and I made a video saying that I enjoyed this series, and I became the subject of a troll. Well, it wasn't a troll. It was it was a YouTube channel that was one of those, like, go shut this guy down because he likes something we don't, so he must pay. It was one of those situations. And it helped. It got huge views on my video about the series. And the idea that, like, we're gonna give this video so many hits that we punish him for his bad opinion. No, thank you. You know, like, no, you brought me tons of new subscribers. If you talk about something you don't like, you are feeding the thing that you don't like. But I think that was the goal all along. I think that the channel that mobilized all those people knew that there's no such thing as bad publicity, and controversy creates clicks, and clicks create cash. That's the name of the game. It's like, how can I get people frothing at the mouth and then I get rich? Like, I get a lot of money. I think that was the goal behind the whole thing. But the level of discussion around this series is some of the dumbest internet discussion I've ever seen. So many people were like, I can't believe they killed He-Man. And I'm like, they didn't kill He-Man. Did you watch the series? They're like, no. But they killed I didn't watch it because they killed He-Man. I'm like, but they didn't kill He-Man. And they're like, I can't believe that the company that owns He-Man would do this to him. I'm like, you know they're working on a movie, right? And then all these, like, it's been a few years now, right? And they're like pre-production on the Masters of the Universe movie, the new one. There has been a continuous flow of action figures to the store shelves in both the Masters of the Universe Origins line, and now they're doing, like, the Filmation cartoon style figures. There's the reboot series. I mean, like, it's kind of a resurgence of Masters of the Universe. So anyway, I like this series because it did something different with He-Man that hadn't really been done before. And anybody that's like, well, that's not really rooted in the source material, au contraire, it is. I mean, they were Easter eggs in this series that were super deep for longtime fans. There's like a like mail away figure Easter eggs. I mean, it was really deep into the continuity. And I don't, if it's not for you, that's fine. But, don't attack people that like something just because you don't like it, especially if you haven't seen it. That's the moral of the story. All right, so here's the front of the whatever we're calling these, this clear plastic doolally. Here's the back. Basically just encapsulates that this is 2 limited edition series that have been collected now. I don't think we have no extras. From the creative mind of Kevin Smith comes the sequel to the 80s classic. I mean, it's out of continuity, right? You can't connect this to continuity because it's a completely different thing. And that's probably the problem that people have. Like, they're marketing it as the continuation and just go like, it's a new adaptation in a world where we have endless adaptations. You have the Mike Young production version of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. You have the mini comics that came with the figures didn't have the same continuity as the newspaper comics, which didn't have the same continuity as the the DC got it first, right? The DC comics. You just enjoy it. You just go, it's a muscle guy, and then there's crazy stuff happening, and like, that's all. I like this. This looks good. Here's the back. What do we got? We got a booklet. Wow. 3 discs, no stacking, which we're going to talk about again in just a second because that's kind of important here. All right, I got to pop 3 discs off of these hubs now so we can see. Well, you know, I'm not going to do that. Here's what's under disc 1. I like that. Do we know who the artist is for this? Is the artist the computer? I don't know. This is probably art from... Ooh! This is probably art from... Oh, Mark Hamill as Skeletor, too, was very close to the Joker. It's the same... It's almost the same voice, but, you know. You're going to get Alan Oppenheimer to do... Are they going to have a serious He-Man series? It's like, hey, He-Man, listen here now. That's kind of Edward G. Robinson. Hey, He-Man, where's your sorceress now, He-Man? I don't know. Here's the booklet. Anyway, does this art probably just comes from the promotional archive at Netflix. I mean, Netflix owns this, right? This doesn't come from a studio, or Netflix is the studio. 3 parts. How many discs? Let's see. They're putting five parts on each disc, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 5 episodes per disc. That's how it should be. That's good. And then let's see. We got one more page here. Oh, they're doing like all the characters involved. Look here. We got Gwildor. Deep cut, man. Gwildor. We got let's see. Tila, Andra, Sorceress, Man-at-Arms. I loved what they did with Scareglow. If you saw it. I thought the Scareglow thing was really cool. But that's just me. And of course, I also love... I don't know if you guys can see. Now, here. People ask me all the time. I'm gesturing. I'm using the robot as a pointer. People ask me all the time, like, what are those box sets? That's my He-Man and the Masters of the Universe sets from BCI Eclipse, circa 2000, was it 2002, 2003, 2004? They went for years. Started with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, like Season 1, Part 1, then Part 2, then Season 2, Part 1, Season 2, Part 2. Then they did She-Ra, then they did He-Man, the New Adventures of He-Man. I got all of those. And then, I mean, you connect them all together, and there's a mural of all the spines create a huge, like it's like this big Masters of the Universe mural. I'm an OG fan. I love this stuff. And anything new doesn't erase what I already have on my shelf. Let's talk about Ultraman Trigger. So this is the new release from Mill Creek Entertainment. You know, in my April spotlight, we just talked about Ultraman Z a matter of weeks ago, and my big problem with this was stacked discs and too many episodes on each disc. So Ultraman Trigger is a step ahead. It's a step forward in some ways and not in others. So this is new generation. It's Tiga, right? New generation Tiga, because there's a Taiga. It's Tiga. Let's see. So it's the series and the movie, which is what they've been doing. Like, you get everything for that thing in the box. Here's our booklet. We'll look at this in just a second. This is I think it's 4 discs. 1, 2, 3, and you see these are not stacked. These are on swinging trays here, which is good. That's better than stacking discs. But the problem is, they got disc 1 is episodes 1 through 9. 9 episodes on a Blu-ray. It's too many. It's not drastically too many, but it really is too many. Episodes 10 through 18, episodes 19 through 25. They should have had another disc. And then the movie and stuff ends up on the last disc. Here's the booklet for this series. Is everything that's going on. I mean, you know, I like what Mill Creek is doing with these things, where you get the booklet, you get all the characters. I like that. But the thing that matters most is that the episodes have lots of room to breathe, and there's no compression. You want to present these in the best possible way. And to make sure that I'm not crazy, I went back and pulled... let me get this slipcover back on. I went back and pulled Ultraman RB from a few years back. In fact, what year was this? 2020. So this is 5 years ago. I was like, how many episodes were they putting on the discs back then? And 5. get the booklet, and 1 through 5 on disc 1, 6 through 10 on disc 2. So we're now almost double what we were a few years ago. And there's really just no need for it because it costs a couple of dollars authoring and mastering and all that to put another disc in the case. So this is constructive criticism. I'm so glad that this exists. I'm glad that Mill Creek is really maximizing, they are leveraging their IP license with Tsuburaya out of Japan. And there's so much good stuff still forthcoming. But spend a little bit extra money for a better product, and I really think that the fans are going to appreciate that and that we'll support it. We pay another $5 for an extra disc or two, right? I mean, I would. Okay, last but not least is the Vestron video release of May, which is early 2000s, right? What year is this? 2002. When was the last Vestron release that we got? I really thought that this was a dead line. You know, it died for a while. It died for years. And then it came back, and all the releases were like $15. They were really cheap. And then it got quiet again. And Lionsgate's like, you know, we're a boutique label now. We do Steelbooks that cost $50. And you can only get them on our site, and it Diabolic DVD. So, you know, Vestron is Lionsgate. So this is a step in the right direction to me. You've got a ton of special features here. I'm going to hold this up. In fact, I don't know that you're going to be able to read all that, but we've got an audio commentary with film critic Alexander Helen Nicholas. We've got an audio commentary with director Lucky McKee, cinematographer Steve Yedlin, editor Chris Syverston, and actors Angela Bettis, Nicholas Hitz, and Brett Roberts. We've got another audio commentary with Lucky McKee, editor Ryan Johnson. What's he been doing lately? You guys watching Poker Face? I love Poker Face. It's just totally Columbo too. It's Natasha doing Columbo. She's like, yeah. There's just one more thing. You know, you told me that you were left-handed, but in the footage on the camera, you're using your right hand. Now, I know that's hey, boink, Columbo right there. With Ryan Johnson, composer James Luckett, production designer. Okay. Interview with the toy maker. Let's see, the toy maker. Interview with Lucky McKee, Perfect Hands, and interview. This is hard to read and it make any sense. There's a lot of stuff here. And you can go to the Lionsgate website or Amazon or wherever. You know, there's an Amazon link in the description of every single video here. If you use that, you're supporting Cereal at Midnight. It doesn't cost you anything extra. If you're going to pick these things up from Amazon, that's one way that you can do it. And you're supporting Cereal at Midnight by doing that. So one way you can obviously subscribe to the channel. A lot of you guys aren't doing that, but please subscribe to the channel because it feeds your algorithm. You do it for you. You do it so that these videos end up in your feed. We covered a lot of ground here in a very short amount of time. I know there's going to be blowback because of my comments about Masters. Because, you know, I don't agree with him. I have to let him know there's that thing, which is, why did we do that? Like, you're not going to change my mind, and I'm probably not going to change your mind. It's cool that series, which is a Netflix series, has a disc release, whether you cared for it or not. More things being unlocked from the streaming prison. That's a good thing. So that's exciting. That's another step forward for the idea of ownership, because, you know, your subscriptions come and go. I don't think this was available digitally, and I'm not talking about streaming. I'm talking about digital purchase. I don't think this has been, but I actually haven't checked that. So maybe you could have bought it all along, but I don't think so. I think this is the first time we've been able to see this and especially own this outside of Netflix. A lot of stuff to talk about. Continue the conversation in the comments below. New piece right now at cerealatmidnight.com with author Matt Serafini on his new horror novel Feeders. So talking about the horror of the algorithm, right? The social media algorithm. What harm could it do if it turned violent? That idea. Also, conversation about Vinegar Syndrome. My buddy Joshua Jabkuga, who's been here many times, he did 3 audio commentaries with me for various movies that you can watch here for free. Watch the audio commentaries. That's a great article, only at cerealatmidnight.com. If you're not hitting cerealatmidnight.com on a regular basis, you are definitely missing things. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Take care. Till next time. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Take care. And until next time, I will catch you later.